Gallipolis is located in Gallia County, Ohio, on the edge of the Ohio River. The city name is derived from the Latin word Galli, meaning Gaul or France, and the French word Polis, meaning city. Approximately 500 French immigrants settled Gallipolis on October 17, 1790. Gallipolis became a thriving port in the 1800s when local business and river trade developed. This marked the beginning of settlement in Gallipolis.
The French were not the only people to settle the Gallipolis community. On April 1, 1818, 6 families led by John Jones Turbock sailed from mid-Wales to Baltimore. From Baltimore, they traveled to Pittsburgh and then towards their destination of Paddy's Run in Butler County. The group stopped in Gallipolis for supplies, and their ships were cut loose from the port. As the Welshmen found work, the group decided to purchase land in Gallipolis. The group prospered and later encouraged friends and family from their home country of Wales to accompany them in Ohio.
While strolling through Gallipolis, one can see that there are various types of people. There are young and old people. There are homeless people. There are families and single people alike. The race in this community is heterogeneous, but whites are predominant.
The population has decreased by 13% since 2000. According to the 2010 U.S. Census Bureau, the total population of Gallipolis is 3,641. After the population dropped below 5,000 citizens, Gallipolis was considered a village, but continued to operate under a city charter.
48.3% are males and 51.7% are females. The median age was 44.6 years.
The divorce rate was 61.3%, and the unemployment rate is 9.2%. The poverty rate is 32.7%. Most residents are in the middle to low socioeconomical level.
The leading cause of death in Gallia County are heart disease, cancer, chronic lower respiratory disease, stroke, unintentional injuries, and Alzheimer's disease. The infant mortality rate in 2007 was 7.7 per 1,000 live births. The leading cause of infant mortality were congenital anomalies, premature/low birth weight, and sudden infant death syndrome. On average, 63 per 1,000 people die each year in Gallipolis. Age-specific death rates were not available for Gallipolis.
The incidence rate of heart disease is 94 new cases each year. High blood pressure, high LDL cholesterol, and smoking are key risk factors for heart disease. It is estimated that about half of the citizens of Gallipolis, 49%, have at least one of these 3 risk factors.
A teaching plan was created to promote walking and heart-healthy behaviors in Gallipolis. The nursing diagnosis was deficient knowledge in the cognitive domain related to heart-healthy exercise regimen, as evidenced by heart disease being the leading cause of mortality, and lack of knowledge concerning benefits of heart-healthy behaviors. The objectives were 1. The community will understand and repeat how to progressively increase walking exercises. 2. The community will name 2 tips for getting the most out of the walking exercise. And 3. The community will state motivation for walking exercise.
Although the primary ethnic group in the Gallipolis community is Appalachian, there are several indications of different ethnic groups. For instance, there is a strong Welsh population. The University of Rio Grande has an exchange program in which Welsh students can study in Ohio while Rio Grande students study in Wales. The Welsh community has a church, museum, and house adjacent to the Rio Grande campus. Concerning cultural cuisine, restaurants such as China One and an authentic Mexican restaurant, El Toril, are located in the community. The Amish also have a significant presence in the Gallipolis community. Their form of transportation includes horseback or horse and buggy, as indicated by road signs cautioning drivers to be aware of their unique form of transportation. In their culture, farm work and carpentry are the 2 main sources of income and allow the Amish to be productive members of society.
There are several churches in Gallipolis. Baptist is the main religion of the community, but other denominations of Christianity, such as Methodist, Nazarene, Church of Christ, Catholic, and Episcopalian, can be seen. Although there are several denominations, the religious beliefs are homogeneous. The lawns are well kept and cared for. Flowers and gardens can be observed when driving and walking through the community. There are signs of art and culture. In the center of town there is an art museum and a French art colony. The community is very proud of their French and Welsh history, as displayed by the historical markers downtown. The
community is a quaint small town by the Ohio River. The air quality is good. However, the closer you drive to the two power plants, Tiger Creek and the Gavin plant, the worse the air quality gets. The average household size is 2.14, and the average family size was about 2.18.
In the center of Gallipolis, homes are more historical and expensive. As one extends out to the core of the community, the homes begin to become less expensive. In addition, there are a few trailer parks. Human-made structures include houses, buildings, bridges, railroad tracks, roads, and bike trails. Natural beauty is seen in the Ohio River, the city park, and the flora. Gallipolis experiences climate change throughout the season. The area goes through all 4 seasons of winter, spring, summer, and autumn annually. Gallipolis has a total area of 3.83 square miles, 3.6 square miles is land, and 0.23 square miles is water. The elevation is 574 feet above sea level. The area is an Eastern time zone. The city is 95% urban and 5% rural.
Charles E. Holzer Sr. was the leading medical visionary in Gallipolis. He volunteered as a surgeon in World War I, and his wife opened the area's first school of nursing in 1920. He also initiated the first air ambulance in the state of Ohio. Holzer saw a need for a hospital in Gallipolis, and he purchased a local home and created a 7-bed unit. When World War I began, he left the hospital and went to Europe to volunteer as a surgeon. Upon returning in 1916, Holzer built the first general hospital in southeast Ohio, Holzer Hospital.
Today, the building originally purchased as Holzer Hospital is a long-term care facility for the elderly and disabled. As the hospital outgrew the downtown Gallipolis location, Holzer Medical Center opened on Jackson Pike in 1972. Holzer Medical Center is the largest employer in Gallia County, Ohio. The Holzer Corporation branched out and formed several other facilities, such as the Holzer Assisted Living Nursing Home and the Holzer Home Health Agency. The only emergency health services include the emergency room at Holzer Medical Center.
There is a mental health facility located in the Jackson Pike area that serves as the only mental health clinic in the entire city of Gallipolis. There is also an orphanage that houses orphan children. There is one nurse practitioner's office in Gallipolis. Also, there are no homeless shelters or herbalists located in Gallipolis. 2 care plans were constructed for the community of Gallipolis. The first one was ineffective health maintenance related to lack of resources for heart-healthy behaviors, as evidenced by heart disease being the leading cause of death in Gallipolis, an estimated half, 49%, of the citizens having at least one risk factor for heart disease, and a high incidence of heart disease. This diagnosis was of high priority. The goals of this care plan were that the community will have decreased incidence of heart disease, and that the community will have fewer deaths related to cardiovascular disease. The second care plan was risk for caregiver role strain. This was related to Alzheimer's disease being a leading cause of morbidity and mortality. This diagnosis was of medium priority. The goals for this nursing care plan were that the community will form a support group to support caregivers, and that the community will provide classes for people with Alzheimer's disease.
The early settlers relied on the Ohio River for early commerce. Gallipolis became a thriving port in the 1800s when local business and river trade developed.
The population in Gallipolis has decreased by 13% since 2000. The median worker income is $15,154 per year, which is lower than the national average. On average, workers work 36 hours per week. The citizens mostly travel in Gallipolis by driving privately owned vehicles. Although there is no city buses or taxis, there are vans that transport the elderly and mentally disabled to and from their community homes. It is also common to see people travel by bicycle or by foot on the sidewalks and bike trails that are throughout the town.
There is a private airport in Gallipolis that is not open to the public. Therefore, the nearest airport is 51 miles away in Huntington, West Virginia. Also, there are several train tracks located on the north and west borders of the city.
Most of the public facilities and community buildings are accessible to persons with disabilities by the use of wheelchair ramps, tactile pavement, and braille signs.
Gallipolis has one fire department that is located in the center of town. This station responds to all fires within the city of Gallipolis. The Gallipolis Police Department is also located in the center of town, adjacent to the city courthouse. There is an Ohio State Police Station located at the northern part of Gallipolis. Gallipolis does not have any crime committees.
Although there are partisans for the Republican and Democratic parties, Gallipolis is predominantly affiliated with Republican ideations. The judicial system of Gallipolis consists of a city commission. Members of the city commission are elected by the citizens of Gallipolis and include the positions of city clerk, city solicitor, city manager, and city treasurer. Other positions include president and vice president of the city commission. The people of Gallipolis are often involved in decision-making in their local governmental unit. Gallipolis has public phone booths located throughout the town. Also, there is a radio station located in Gallipolis and is called Sunny 93.1. Other forms of communication comprise of television, newspaper, and word of mouth. The Daily Tribune is the name of the local newspaper and is a major source of communication in Gallipolis.
Gallipolis has a well-developed educational system. There are numerous daycares that educate children from ages 1 to 4 years. Gallipolis has 3 public elementary schools, 3 public middle schools, and 3 public high schools. Also, Gallipolis has 1 private Christian school that teaches all grades 1 through 12. The schools look clean, modern, and well-kept and typically have great reputations. There's a local board of education that dictates the teaching material that is covered in all of the schools in Gallipolis. The educational issues stress responsibility, knowledge, respect, and time management. The total dropout rate for Gallia Academy is 4.2%. Compared to the nation, Gallia Academy has average performance on standardized tests. Between the public schools and the private school, there are only 2 school nurses available to care for all the students within Gallipolis. Ethics. Rio Grande University and Community College is located just north of Gallipolis.
The Ohio River provides opportunities for recreation in the form of water sports, fishing, and boating. Gallipolis City Park is located in the middle of the city and it is a common area for people to walk their pets, exercise, and just enjoy the outdoors. The Cassius M. Canaday Memorial Playground is located on the east end of town and is a common area for children to play outside and for families to enjoy outdoor events such as picnics, birthday parties, and various other activities. Sport facilities include Memorial Field and Cliffside Golf Club. Also, baseball fields are located at the Waterworks facility on Chestnut Street. There's a skate park next to Memorial Field where both children and young adults enjoy skateboarding, skating, and biking. Overall, the citizens' perceptions of Gallipolis were positive. Several citizens were interviewed about their thoughts and feelings about Gallipolis. An elderly woman was interviewed about the strengths of Gallipolis. She stated that Gallipolis is a tight-knitted community that really cares and looks out for each other. A stay-at-home mom was interviewed and she stated that Gallipolis was overall a safe environment to raise my children. I had plenty of help from the community to educate and to keep my children healthy. My children and I are happy with our lives here in Gallipolis.
Gallipolis is overall a healthy community that has many strengths and a few weaknesses. The strengths of this community include its strong historical significance, safe environment for raising families, good access to health services, and great educational system. Problems or weaknesses of Gallipolis community include the economy and the high rate of cardiovascular disease. Overall, Gallipolis is a beautiful, family-centered community that reflects historical values. Healthy People 2020 objectives were utilized. The first is concerning heart disease. The second goal for the objective was to reduce coronary heart disease deaths. This is important in Gallipolis because heart disease is the leading cause of morbidity and mortality in the area. The second is concerning physical activity. Goal number 1 was to reduce the proportion of adults who engage in no leisure time physical activity. This is important for Gallipolis because as you increase physical activity, you decrease the risk of heart disease.